Tēnā koutou katoa, ko ingarahi aho, e tipu aki aho ki raro I a mongatotari. Ko Waikato te awa nana aho, e whangai. Ko Kimureti te whenua tupu, kai wautu oa no ho ana, ko Amelia toko ingoa, tēnā koutou katoa. I apologise if I didn't say everything correctly. So, Pokaiwhenua Catchment Group is been going since 2021. We started with we had this guy on the left, Andrew. Apparently he spent the whole night awake going, oh my gosh, what are we doing to the Pokaiwhenua? And this is Joe from Raukawa on the right. So we work with Raukawa very closely, and from day dot we had them involved. So these are kind of two of the guys doing all the hard mahi. Andrew essentially basically was like, we need to do something about the state. So he called everyone he knew within the farming community together, got us all together, got Raukawa there, and we sat down and went, what are we going to do? So that was when we kind of established our vision. This is our catchment group, or basically the Pokaiwhenua catchment. So the Pokaiwhenua is 56 kilometres long, and it starts up here in the hills and comes through the Tokoroa township and then out into the Waikato further down. There's over 250 k's worth of tributaries that come into the Pokaiwhenua, and then obviously we all know how dirty the Waikato is currently. So our mission is to try and clean up all of that, but also provide access for people. So these are just some photos of the Pokaiwhenua. So down the very northern end where it comes out into the Waikato, there's a beautiful gorge, glowworms and things in there at night. So as you can see, it's a really beautiful area. This is one of the waterfalls. So we actually did a project here, or a couple of projects here. And hopefully, I think I have photos of it. So it's really stunning.
Splendid.
Please, I apologise for that. I'm not quite sure what happened. That's all right. So our catchment is quite small though compared to a lot of you guys. It's 430 square kilometres. So it's small, but it's predominantly dairy. I'm just going to go off that. So dairy farming is our biggest of that. I think of the 250 landowners, that's not including the urban population in Tokoroa, 175 are dairy. There's a small percentage that are beef and sheep, some lifestyle, that sort of thing. So when we started, we decided to do a project, get a community day, and this was our first one. So it's at a place called Duxfield Reserve, and this was literally the breaking the ground. This is what it was like. So this comes from dairy farming over there, straight through into the Pokaiwhenua. This used to be grazed. So that is no longer grazed, and we've planted it all out. These guys came along to the thing with a whole lot of pies and stuff. So as you do, and improve that community spirit. Planting, we've left basically, so where the two lines are, we are leaving for a walkway. This is it now. So it was 20...
Private land?
No, so this is council land. So we were very lucky to be able to basically do what we wanted. So hence it was great for a community day. Eventually what we would like is, and this is long term, like 25 plus years, is have a walkway the whole length of the Pokaiwhenua, creating that access, but the big parts are going to be the gorges. We can't figure that one out just yet. So again, just showing the growth. Oh no, I'm going too far. Yeah. So showing all the growth. But yeah, it's all coming along nicely. So obviously when we started, we went to MPI for funding, and we were lucky to get just over 3 years worth. That allowed us to hold a whole lot of workshops, field days. This is one of the ones around the farm environment planning.
Oh. Did I?
It's like, no. There we go. This one was actually part of the farm environment planning on one of the farms. Obviously looking at the effluent pond and discussing pros, cons, all the things around that, and ways to improve. First aid training, just literally that was something else that MPI allowed us to do. Trackman, Sam the Trackman, you guys might know him. He came along, did a demonstration. Pest control, more field days. This was looking at a property that's now got quite a few detainment bunds on it, and this was where the water came straight off the hills into the little waipa. That was a wetlands day. So yeah, community planting days. This one was done in town. So one of our challenges was getting the urban population on board. They were all, it's the dairy farmers, 100% through and through. Well, this shows it's not the dairy farmers. We've hauled out about 3 shopping carts, like a half a dozen tyres, just ugh. So it was really good.
Where does the town sell just the other?
Yeah, so basically, the town sewage system, yeah, that comes into the Pokaiwhenua as well. Yep. So that is something else we've got. We have the wastewater treatment system ultimately comes into us. So we're kind of trying to get them on board, and it's really cool to be able to do some projects in town. So this is right by the new Toyohomai training centre. So that was quite a good one. This is an example of what can go wrong. Did an awesome planting day. This was council-led one, and they were going to maintain it. As you can see, that didn't happen. Working with schools, we've got quite a few local schools come and do planting days, do work with the enviro schools, so education is up there. It's quite a key thing. Skalati, I'm going to skip past that because you need time. This is something else. So whilst working with Raukawa, obviously we've been looking at the tuna. Jacques Bubet, you guys may have heard of him. He's our tuna expert. So along with the mātauranga Māori methods of kind of like counting and doing all that, we've got the science aspect as well. So we're trying to combine those two. Can't remember, someone was talking about the two meshing. Cool little coda with its babies. So this is one of the mahangai kai wānangas that they held. So sort of showing them how to fold the bracken, put the bracken in. I can like tell you what this line is. It's true. It looks cool, right? Yeah. Anyone recognize that person? Oh, that's right. Actually, yes, it would have been eDNA. So Lorna actually jumped into the Pokaiwhenua, into a place that I was like, oh, gross. And the things that Lorna found, I was amazed at. It was really cool to see some of the things we had in there. Yeah. So even though it's like filthy and dirty and it's really high in nitrogen, phosphorus and sediment as well as E. coli, hence we are a priority catchment 1. That's why I would want it's really exciting getting run on board. This is actually, I'd say, one of our failures. So we had an adroit system. We were really excited about it. Didn't work. So that monitoring was definitely not successful. Pest control. So through Go Eco, obviously, which is a subsidiary of the Wai Connection, we are rolling out a lot of the urban pest control and things. We're trying to get that urban population on board as well, which is really exciting. They actually seem really keen about it. I think that's literally just like a little blurb. But yes, so basically we've been very lucky through SPI, through MfE, thanks to Lorna and the team and everyone else, to be able to get where we are today. And hopefully we can continue that. Right, that'll do.